Has the UK ebook market reached maturity? In many ways, I think it has. It's been going probably in some form or another for around 10 years now. We saw enormous growth from the years 2010, 2011, 2012. Now things are slowing down a bit. Why should publishers carry on working on their digital activity? Because this is the world that we live in. We live in a digital world. It's no use pretending that we can go back to some time before the internet or before digital technology. It shapes the way all media are produced and consumed. It shapes our informational and entertainment environment. For publishers not to engage with that, for publishers to just pretend that the biggest transition in our media since the press was invented isn't happening and shouldn't be engaged with, is crazy. For those who want to, for those who dare and have the vision, I think there's just huge potential to come from engaging with digital technology. What's the next step in the digital revolution? I think there are a number of steps. Firstly, all of the trends that we've seen over the past decade will intensify. So big companies, Amazon, Google, Apple, will keep getting bigger. Mobile will keep becoming more and more important. I think we'll see an evolution of gaming and computer games to be narrative-rich, incredible experiences. I think open access and open access to information will carry on being incredibly important. To me, though, the biggest challenge of all from digital technology and growth is the fact that it just produces too much stuff. We have more information, more media than ever before. And actually what I think is really important, and the big challenge, but the exciting challenge, is how do we manage the excess that we've managed to create and that the internet engenders? How does a startup work in this new environment, and how can they work with the big giants? Well, firstly, I think the most important thing to say is there is no way a startup is ever going to challenge Amazon. Amazon and Google are incredibly wealthy companies. They're incredibly ambitious, focused and driven. They've proved that they can compete with startups and win. So I think the question for a startup is not how do you compete with those companies, how do you work with them and around them? So I think what every startup has to do is think of ways that it can fit into the niches within these ecosystems. That's the reality. If you challenge them head on, I don't think you'll win. So you have to be clever, you have to be nimble, and you have to find the opportunities by working around them. Can digital books reach new readers? I'd have to say yes, and mainly because I'm an optimist, and I think publishers are optimists. Why else would you get into a crazy business where anything can fail and quite often does? But more seriously, I think if the price is right, and if the books are right, and if we can discover new kinds of books, and if the technology makes it easy for people, absolutely. And what's key to say is that print books and ebooks are not at war with each other, they complement each other. Actually, they all mean that people are reading, and that's the most important thing.